don't need nobody, but I need you, baby. I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby. I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby. I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby. I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby.
You know I need you.
I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby. I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby. I don't need nobody, but I need you, baby.
Just want you to know I need you. Something like a doctor.
Yeah, I just touched down. White sands, beautiful women, nice food. I don't think I'm coming back, man. I ain't coming back to the States, baby.
All right, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. I'm your host, Adam Mill. My co-host, Timmy is.
Paul and Bizzle, you know what's up, man. Come on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. This is the podcast, Gas Out Fat. We got a special guest in the building. My man, D.O. What's good? What's good?
What it is, folks, what it is D.O., Annapolis, Maryland, Maine Piers representative, COO. Looking forward to get this discussion on the road.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Straight from Annapolis, Maryland. One of the best MCs, if not in my top 5 in the DMV. My man D.O. What's good, man? I was just listening to the album again. When I first heard it, it was a few months back, breezing through it. Because at that time I was trying to figure out my music. When I do my music, I don't like to listen to other people's music because I don't want to be influenced, right?
Understood. Mm-hmm.
So when I listened to it this morning, and when you hear it, when I heard it, I was like, damn, I really want to call it the album of the year, but I don't want to shoot the gun too quick. So I'm gonna put it in my top 5 for now. It's in my top 5.
Right.
Of albums. I'm not saying DMV. I hate when people use that because everybody has a region, but for some reason, if you're from that particular part, it just seems like it's localized for some reason. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm gonna say my top 5 albums I heard this year is in my top 5, bro.
And I appreciate that, brother. I do. I appreciate the time, the dissecting, the even, it making a list of likable music. I put a lot of work in with it, so I appreciate that.
You can definitely tell. You can definitely tell, man. It says that you was raised by your moms and your grandmother. I say nana, but some people say grandmother or grandma. So how was that like being raised in the house with 2 strong Black women in your life coming up?
I come from a real religious family, for real. You feel me? So like even still till today, my grandmother almost being 90 years old, I still go down there and talk to her about a lot, and still get a lot of teachings and learnings from her because she's such a wise woman, woman of philanthropy, and being like an activist for Black people in the area and in the community. And using that church as a foundation. So I always kind of came from a religious backing when it comes to like my family. Always was taught to do right by people. Growing up, my mom was more like, to say this without kind of like slandering my mom. My mom was a partier. My mom had a lot of fun growing up. You feel me? They came through that hippie era, and she had her hippie moments, and she had her times where she was just living her life, doing good. She went to college, she graduated, all of that. So it's like a lot of good that I get from both my mom and my grandma. You feel me? So I'm blessed that I got to grow up with them. I knew my father growing up. My father had 7 kids. He had 2 by my mother. So after he had me, parted ways with my mother. So I got a little bit of that struggle growing up, not really a two-parent household how it's supposed to look, but you know how the hood do. You might end up with grannies or over aunties or whatever it is. So you know, my mom struggled a lot growing up, but I feel like she kind of she did a lot with raising me, like instilling certain stuff in me, her and my grandmother. So they're an important piece to my upbringing for real.
That's a definite blessing. You mentioned your father, and you mentioned siblings. You said you. It says I was reading you was six. You was a sibling of six. So how was that coming up? Were you raised with your siblings, and did your father come around more often? How was the
Well,
relationship?
I mean,
with that?
growing up, like when we first was growing up, like my early on, like 4, 5, 6, 7, I remember him around. But you know, I got a little brother that's like right behind me, so I think that was the discrepancy that broke my mom and dad up. But when they split, you know, it had to have been something maybe court arranged or something that they arranged. So like some weekends I would go over there. I can't really say every weekend because I mean shit, we older now, so I can't really remember like
Yeah,
exactly. But you know, we had frequent visits with my father. Um, and yeah, that's just how it was until we got like old enough to kind of move and groove on our own and develop our own relationships with our siblings. Now me and all my siblings tight, you feel me? So with us all being older, we are like a lot tighter. So
well, that's a blessing, man. That's
yeah.
definitely a blessing. You said also that music was like a therapy for you. So was that during the time you was just getting, you know, acquainted with hip hop? Like, what were you listening to during that time? Who was influencing you? Who was the rappers that got you through that period in time of your life where you needed that therapy? You know what I'm saying?
Well, growing up, when I like the first CD I ever bought was DMX. Well, I didn't buy it. My mother bought it for me. I was in like the 6th or 7th grade. I was like 11 and 12 years old. You feel me? And I begged her to let me get like the explicit version. So a lot of the artists that influenced me growing up was like straight from Rough Riders. You feel me? Plus, we was kind of living rough, like living with my grandma. You know, me and my mom, my sister Shan, the rum. Uh, you know, my mom dealing with alcoholism, my sister going through puberty. My uncle, he was big dog status to me, you feel me? But he
Yeah.
had his shit going on with him too, you know. So it was like we all just living in this household together. So I kind of like used to like listening to music that made the painful shit that I was going through not seem so bad, you feel me? So it was like once I started digging into hip hop and seeing like, damn, a lot of the people who I look up to got like stories from when they was a kid that was, I don't want to say the same, but maybe similar. Like they relatable. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
most definitely. Because when I'm listening to you, I'm relating a lot similar to my life. Same thing. Mother dealing with alcoholism, single parent household, raised with my grandmother, bunch of uncles in the house. The youngest one is a lieutenant. You get what I'm saying? Making
yeah.
a little bit of bread and stuff like that. So similar stories. Now that DMX album, was it called Dark and Hell is Hot? Which one was it?
Nah, my first purchase on an album was and then there was X.
Okay.
You remember you had the record on there, DMX, you money, we got it coming.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that joint. That was like my first real one-on-one with hip hop. Cause I mean, growing up, it was always played. Like my sister, she was into like Lil Kim and Ja Rule, that little era when
Okay.
Rule was popping and Kim was popping with a couple joints. So and it was crazy because growing up, I was so into wrestling. I used to hate when my sister would turn that shit on. You feel me? I'd be like, man, turn this up. I'm trying to watch wrestling.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
feel me? So it's just crazy how I really developed this love and liking for hip hop. It's really crazy how I developed it, but it just continued on. I was hanging with a lot of homeboys that was rapping and making music. Some still today, some still, not, some of them not here with us today. But it was just a lot of different influences, man. You know, you had 106 and Park and Rap City, the Basement, and you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. You take me back. Take me
So it was
back,
like
bro.
it was enough out here without social media and stuff that was right on our TVs that would influence you to be a rapper if you had some skill. You feel me? So it's a lot. It's like a melting pot of things that led me into a long career being an artist for real.
Yeah, you said on the album, man, if I could remember, correct me if I'm wrong, you said something about, I don't know, was it your girlfriend or baby mother, child's mother? You could have bought a car, but you bought a studio instead or something like that. And you was giving her thanks for that or something like that, or something to that nature.
Yeah, so you want me to speak to that?
Yeah, please.
So some years ago, when you know, my first, encounters with like trying to put together my own label and my own group, it was called Focus Entertainment. And really, this was before it really even had an umbrella or a name to it. But it was this chick, shout outs to Hazel Sincere. She
Shout out.
could be anywhere from New Orleans to Cali. But we was friends from high school. She was always real supportive. She was an artist as well. And she lo and behold, she just believed in me. You feel me? And she was just like, yo, she had came into some money and she just was trying to help catapult what I had going on. The love was genuine. She asked me pretty much, I felt like taking a car was like taking a fish sandwich at the time. I didn't have a car, but it was like, yo, if I get a studio, maybe I could probably make even more moves off this music shit. So yeah,
Yeah,
I went ahead, went through, got the Pro Tools kit. Shorty blessed me with that, sent me that joint in the mail. And that's how I got like some of my early on projects that I was recording myself in my room. Couple other artists that I used to work with all of the time, help recording with some of theirs. And sometimes they was recording themselves, just using my equipment, you feel me? So
yeah.
it ended up planting a lot of different seeds, not just for me, but for a few other artists as well. So I could never really prepare for that shit. You feel me? Like that was one of the first seeds that really made me feel like, yo, I never let this hip hop shit go. You feel me? So
Yeah. 'Cause
yeah,
I'm thinking that's like, correct me if I'm wrong, that's when you was like saying to yourself, I can take this serious now. This is a lifestyle.
well, yeah. Well, I was already taking it serious. Just I'm from a city where it wasn't many outlets. It wasn't many people to reach out to. I was always kind of like outsourcing outside of my city, especially back then. Cause I mean, it was cats and rap groups and shit that was going on in my area, but it was all depending on like who you work with, who was your
Yeah.
group, who was your clique. You feel me? So I was always trying to start my own shit. A couple times I was a part of certain people, rap groups and stuff. Things didn't just go according to plan or didn't work out. But as I grew older and learned the business a little bit more, which I still knew nothing while I'm saying I was learning the business, but I started a LLC. Me and my god brother, we tried to put together like a group. It was called Focus Entertainment. I got that shit tatted on my arm, bro. You feel me?
What's up?
This shit date back to like '09 to 2010. You feel me? So this was like some of my some of my more intermediate times of rap when I was recording music myself, not really understanding like audio, equalization, compression, just the quality of music first and foremost. I was more worried about consistency and just staying relevant and putting it out. So just learned a lot from them times and the guys I was working with. And I used to be like in big regret, like I wasted time and why did I deal with
Yeah,
these people and shit like that. But when I look back, we all learned something from each other. And when you really like look at everything and dissect it, like God don't make mistakes, you feel me? So
exactly. Everything was meant to happen for you to be who you are today. You know, when I
exactly.
when I
So
listen to you, man, I hear veteran vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like this man's been rapping for a while. He's very skilled. This is not a rookie, not nobody that just came on the scenes a few years ago. This guy is top notch. Um, the process of the album. I'm gonna ask you like a few more questions. I'm gonna let Quan Bizzle cook. But the process of making this album, right? Run through that, man. Like explain the process of making this classic, man, and the ups and downs. Because the standout joints to me right now, and I'm reading them off to you. Soon you click on there, the standout joint. What is it? The first play intro. Um, Poverty Lines, Street Lights, Mind Your Business featuring this his name Flames. I don't want to butcher his name. And Yo was dope too. We'll get into that later too, because I like that feature. And the single Need You, and I want to butcher this guy's name. Was this Fresh It Fits? I'm
it's
pronouncing it right?
who freshest fits.
Okay, who Fresh It Fits? My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
what's the
my other guy that's on the joint, his name is C Flames. He go by Flames as well. But yeah, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
yeah? I'm saying, what's tell me the process of making an album, this particular album, and what's it unique from other projects you did? Like, what's the ups and downs, man? Give us the inside scoop.
There's a lot of pros to this project, right? So in the early on of me making it, um, I was turned on to a website called BeatStars because the artist that's featured on there, C Flames, he was just telling me like, bro, we moving into that time where you gotta really do what you really want to do. You gotta have your sound. You can't just keep working with people because of the longevity and relationship. They may be your friends, your brothers, your bro, or whatever, but you gotta make sure you tap into your sound. So I gotta shout Flames out for that. I used that site to get quite a few of the beats that I used on there, and I still dealt with a lot of my like home base producers, people who I rub elbows with and talk to on a regular basis as well. But it just that helped cultivate the sound, taking that advice, being able to get such wide range and variety of beats for me to rap on. So when I first started recording the joint, it was only like supposed to have been 7 or 8 records. And what happened was I ended up just running into like a lot of different life things happen, man. I ended up just getting into some things at work. I got into a confrontation at work with a guy. I had some legal allegations filed against me back in November. You know, I had to get lawyers and do all of that. So it was just like a lot of financial hiccups and stuff that made me hold that project. And then for me holding it so long, I was like, yo, I can't release this without adding more to it for people who've been waiting. So that's why I ended up being 15 songs. I pretty much added like 2 EPs together, but kind of made sure that I made this shit kind of correlate some. And then
Yeah.
when I
I can
got,
hear it.
you know what I mean? When I got all of the songs, I sent it off to New York, and my boy Fitz, like Fitz is more than just an artist. He a producer, executive producer. He plays several different instruments and know people who play several different instruments. So if you listen to like First Play going into the song 2, Poverty Lines, you might hear how the music doing something real melodic between track
Yeah,
1 and
yeah,
track 2.
yeah. I
Yeah,
heard that.
so I got a lot of help with that, just sonically making it sound different from anything that I ever really done before. You feel me? So, and then not only that, I pretty much went to the most expensive studio that I've utilized or used since I've ever been recording. So that made the shit come out sounding good. And yeah, man, I got the record on the radio. It's been on WHUR 96.3 with Cranking with Corleone. It's been on the radio since June.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations, man. And that joint is dope. That's the DMV anthem to me. That's an anthem within itself.
Yeah, it's
Congratulations.
like it's really surreal, man. Because I mean, we've been working for years. All of us, everybody who I collaborate with, we've been working for years, just trying to find a way in. And I mean, we still digging to find that way in. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's all the small ones amounting to bigger ones. I got a lot of dope things coming up. So like this project, it really helped catapult not only me but my sound and just the new wave that I'm trying to create behind Do and Main Pez. You feel me?
Now, Main Pens, is that like that's like the record label, right? Or that's like a group as well? You know what I'm saying? Do you have anybody? Is it like a camp that you're part of? Cause we
Well,
like
really,
yeah.
Main Pez was like the camp that I started for myself after things didn't go really according to plan with Focus Entertainment. I just needed like it was the backup plan, you feel me? And what happened was it was really just supposed to have been the publishing company for Focus Entertainment. You feel me? It was just gonna publish the music, but it was so much information that I still needed to learn that I really just obtained that knowledge over these last like 3 to 4, maybe 5 months. You feel me? So it's not really a label yet because that's a lot to say because I haven't signed any artists, but it's dudes who I've been working with and rocking with for years. Um, you know, we're not always on a day-to-day conversational type of relationship, but I know if I needed them, I could reach out to them. They my main peers. Like that's what main peers is. The niggas who I met who hold it down since day one. Like you one of my main peers. Since the day we met, nigga, you keep me in the
Appreciate
loop.
it. Appreciate it.
you provide opportunities. We done records together, introduce me to people. That's all you really ask for in this game, in this industry, because people are looking for money for everything. So it's like, if people are really willing to help you and look out for you, you just gotta reciprocate that and get that same energy back. You feel me?
Exactly. That's that real love right there, man. Because it's about the money when it comes down to supporting yourself and your family and looking out for your community. But it's not about the money when it comes to the action of it, because the love got to happen before the money is even involved. Involved in it.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? Because money, you know what I'm saying? That's where your true colors come out at. When there ain't nothing in the bank to look for. You know what I'm saying? That's where the true friendship come in at. And once the money do come in, that's going to reveal the fake from the fraud anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The real from the fraud. My bad. Any new music? Excuse me. Any new music coming down in the pipeline, like in the future? What can we expect?
I got, like I said, I'm working on. I done already wrote like 2 other projects. I'm just kind of like going through the songs, trying to figure out again which ones correlate, which one gonna kind of be like the next runners up. With making a song like "Need You," now I kind of need to keep making sure I got like a radio kind of banger, something that's just outside of me. I like to rap off a lot of dark beats, so I got a lot of shit just like bars, just giving bars on different records. Shout outs to my boy Georgie Patch.
Shout out.
Shout outs to the producer, Georgie Patch, Stu Murphy. I don't want to leave nobody out. Producer beats, who fresh as fits. I got a couple different beats from everybody. You feel me? Like it's other producers too that's from around my way. I ain't really get a chance to like record nothing yet, but I've been writing to their shit. So again, I'm real soon. The holidays coming up. Single dad. I'm just gonna say single parent households. My kids, they see their mom. I don't want to be like a slandering nigga, but you know what I mean? Like they live with me all school years, so I gotta make sure I manage not just my career, but my parental life with them. Get the holidays out the way, try to squeeze in some studio time. I really wanted to drop another project before the year was out, but I'm still rolling out videos for Growing Pains. So it's no rush. Just, a lot of new
You got
music
a
though.
couple nuggets on there, man, that I can see a video almost for every song on that joint.
Well, that was my plan. I'm trying to make it like I got 5 videos of the 10 records out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if it's not 5, it's 4. It's got First Play, First Play, No Scale, Need You. 5. Land of the Law of the Land with me and Dutch Mash. And the other video that I did, shout outs to my boy Big Ox. I can't even remember the titles to the records right now. Shit. But I got 5 videos out. If you check the YouTube, you can look them up at Definitely Original. You can find all of the albums at Definite Origin. So like the videos is at Definitely Original. The songs like MP3s is on YouTube, all on YouTube. You'll find it all. But yeah, man, I got a lot of shit coming, bro. Like all I do is really write and make music. Like also they just hit me up, WHUR. They want me to be a part of like the Go Go Vote song that they doing. So I gotta go up to the radio station Monday to record my verse for that. I've been working on music for the company that I represent and that I work for. And that's another thing. Like I've been trying to make music for people company, like music that I can license out to other people company that they can use.
Oh, that's
So
big time. That's big time. It's
just
moves
trying
right
to
there,
tap
man.
into another bag, bro.
Yeah, it's moves. That's moves, man. You definitely got the listen. You definitely got the talent. It's just the resources. Once those resources kick in, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? The sad thing is, and I ain't trying to down certain artists, but I am. A lot of these dudes out here don't have the talent, but they got hella resources.
Right. That happens a lot.
You get what I'm saying? What's going to make you so special? You got the talent, and them resources is coming. Them blessings is right there. You get what I'm saying? They're in hindsight. You just got to be patient, stick in there a little bit more, because look, here's the beauty of it. You're more how can I put it? You have more blessings and you're more far ahead in advance than you were last year. If that make any sense.
Right.
So you know you're on the right track. You know? Just keep
Absolutely.
going, yo. Just keep
The
going.
trajectory is trajectory is going up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. It's not going backwards. You know what I'm saying? And I tell any artist, if it is, they'll keep going because it's something going to break through. If you're a real one, you take this serious, you put in your work, it's going to break through. Just got to be around the right people and the people that be around. God's going to bring the right people around you. And the wrong people that he bring around you, just know it's just a test. Because it's good. They got to reveal themselves to you because once you do become, when you do reach that mark of success, they're not there because God has showed you and revealed to you who they were in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, so the simplify for the audience, you're going to have a bunch of people coming your way, bro. You're going to have the right people that's going to, you know, direct you to the right stages. And you're going to have people who seems to be the right people, wolf in sheep clothing. And they're going to reveal themselves. And God is going to cause them to reveal themselves. So when you do reach that plateau of success, they no longer there. Because imagine if you brought them along.
right. That's why Benny said everybody can't go, man.
Everybody can't go.
And it's not even a malicious statement. It's just like I had to really like pray on a lot of people that, and I mean pray with an A, not pray with an E. You know what I mean? I had to pray like a lot of situations with just like just the thought of how certain things played out. I had to pray these things out of my memory. I had to pray these things out of my mind. I had to let a lot of things go just from, you know, you look for yourself when you look into others. And you gotta remember, you're not always gonna get that. Like people may have qualities of you, but they're not gonna be exactly how you are. You feel what I'm saying? So like doing that alone, it allowed me to just be like, it ain't no beef, it ain't no issues, it ain't no. At a time, I felt that way. At a time, it was like, you know, fuck niggas for real. You feel me? But that vibe and that energy wasn't getting me nowhere, and it wasn't like I was acting on it or I wanted to, because out of the love that I already shared with certain individuals. You feel me? So you look at it like it's not worth it. You just use it as a lesson. You use it as a really a muse as well. Like, you know, you just want to keep going forward. There ain't really too much going back for nothing. You don't owe nobody nothing. They don't owe you nothing. And you just go with God's plan, man.
Exactly. And it's like I said, and it's a blessing because God revealed these people to you in time before you reach the plateau that you're supposed to reach.
Yeah, and it's still love, because if you're not moving with love, you ain't moving right. You gotta learn how to still be like, I still love those people. I just can't be around those people. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's no hate. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, it's just that's why all my albums lately been about growth, and I don't mean just growth with music, but growth intellectually, growth spiritually, growth with how you thinking, how you moving, your decision making. So yeah, man.
It's supposed to be. That's the nature of a real artist. You know, I think fraudulent artists, to me, and I give them benefit of the doubt. You know, although they say that the era of the record label is dead and people basically are you know, they're independent artists and they seem to make music the way they want to make it. But certain people who came into that era when you had to get signed by record labels and they built a certain facade about themselves, and certain facades, they're not who they appear to be.
Right.
So their music becomes very fake. It doesn't pull you in. It's not genuine. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to talk about your Maybachs and your mansions and shit like that. Everybody can relate to that. Where I'm from, people struggling to make rent. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, people got 2 jobs just to maintain $40,000 a year. You get what I'm saying? So when you speak to those people, you know, it makes your music more real. You know, this year I was going through something, I'm gonna put it in my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, although when I was rhyming, I like slick talk. You get what I'm saying? I try to manifest those things through words, but other than that, if it's not like in the storyline or whatever, then I can't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not driving
Right.
500.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. That's one thing. You
I'm
listen
driving
to the album.
I'm driving in a Ford truck, and before I moved to Africa, that was a volunteer repo. Now I'm in a Kia Rondo. You feel me?
Huh. That's keeping it 100 though. Like you
You
say,
feel what I'm
man.
saying?
I don't even make references about cars and stuff because at the end of the day, like, I mean, I ain't had a dream car, but I had a lot of cars. You feel
Yeah,
me? So it's
I feel
like,
you.
you know what I mean? I'm still working on that dream car, but I feel you. Like I be tripping off some of the guys that kind of like, you know, it's like the exaggeration gets to a whole nother level. But you know, if that's what you want to make your career of, just be ready to
Yeah,
keep up with it. You know what I mean?
go with it. Go with it.
I ain't gonna hate you for it. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna speak upon it being. I ain't even gonna personalize it when I hear an artist saying, "Oh yeah, they
yeah,
doing this, or they selling this, or they moving this way, or they got this motion." It's just if that's how you feel, do your thing. You feel me? But
exactly.
I just know for me, I'm trying to be able to speak upon what I'm going through, what I see, what I've been through. Um, you know, just create those kind of story roles through the music that just make people be like, if they close their eyes and listen, they can see it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
they're gonna enter your world. Not only
right.
they going into your world, but for the most part, they can relate, and that's what makes your core audience. Quan Bizzle,
Yeah, I'm here.
what's up? What's up? You got any questions for our special guest?
Yeah, of course. I was actually thinking about something. So I want to ask you, like, out of the whole album, what's your favorite song from that whole album?
Mm. I would like to say my favorite song. My favorite song from that whole album might be uh Me and Fatal to Cannon, yo. Manny Fresh, produced by Stu Murphy.
Yeah, yeah, I like that hook. It was simple. I can't remember it now, but when I was listening to it, the hook caught me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think maybe because I'm such a fan of lyricism and I'm such also a fan of Fatal to Cannon. I just love that record. You feel me? That might really be my favorite record. That's like my favorite record. I love the beat. I just love, you know, because the beat give you an opportunity to let your vocals be an instrument. So that's probably my favorite record.
No, I'm gonna get a little deep here because I heard that you were saying that you used to listen to DMX a little bit and everything like that. So just to give a little shout out, to the past legend. If he was still here, what song would you have him be on this album? Like, what song would you have DMX be on this album and why?
Down Day.
Down Day, but why though?
Down Day because it's produced by a producer that's been living in New York for maybe close to 15 years or more now. I could be off some, but she been there for a while. Um, she already ripped in random streets of New York and met a lot of the goats and a lot of the guys that I'm pretty sure rubbed elbows with X. Also, I would have loved to create an opportunity with Producer Beats because that's like my sister. You feel me? That's
Hmm.
like one of the first producers to really like believe in me. So, and then
Yeah.
the record is called Down Day, and I know X can speak from that perspective in his sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think he would execute, probably knock me way out the box on my own shit.
Execute that one
So,
content.
yeah, you
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
But yeah,
So
Down
yeah,
Day.
man.
I mean,
Come
and
on.
what's like, because the music industry is always changing with artists and the new generation and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
like, how do you see yourself navigating through this current generation of music and artists?
To be honest, man, I just learned a lot about the game and not even the game. I just learned enough about music to say you just gotta stay in your lane, be confident, and just keep putting out music. It's really no saying what's gonna happen or what's gonna come. You feel me? But as long as
Yeah.
you stand consistent, somebody gonna say it. Every now and then, like I said, I like to dip into my bag and use beats that give me a little bit more range, a little bit more variety for a wider ear and a wider audience. So I'm gonna keep tapping in with that, being open to working with younger artists, you know, featuring, getting on their shit if they want me to work with them, and also reaching out, trying to get them to want to work with me. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like really not even judging the climate of how it is. It's just getting in where you fit in and staying consistent, bro.
Boom.
Okay. Because I mean, I wanted to ask one more thing though, because like, when you make music, sometimes you might have family members or friends listen to them. Like, and I don't want to get you in trouble, but has there ever been a song you made about somebody that was close to your life, or whether that was something personal, whether that's out of love or out of dislike? Like, what song you made for somebody, and like you will hope they will listen to in a way.
I'm gonna say this, right? I had a family member that was going through heroin addiction, and
Mm-hmm.
out of respect to her, you know, she not right here for me to be like, yo, is it cool if I tell this story? So out of respect to her, I'm not gonna say much about it. But for anybody who view it that really know my life, they probably can imagine who I'm speaking to. But I wrote a song called Brothers and Sisters. It's on the album prior to this one. It's called Definite Growth.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it's called Brothers and Sisters. And it was pretty much like just kind of like tapping in about like storyline behind somebody being on falling addicted to cocaine. And the other verse is like a storyline of how a woman can fall addicted to drugs, where it could be either heroin, cocaine. So it was just pretty much like an addiction,
Boy and girl. Boy and
yeah,
girl.
like
That's what they
yeah,
said, the brothers
addiction,
and sisters, boy and
yeah,
girl.
addiction
Yeah.
awareness type of record. And I'm pretty sure when that person heard it, they knew. And I also said, I told them like your situation kind of like motivated me to write this kind of record.
How did
Um,
they react to it though? Like, was
I
they
mean,
bitter?
they
Was they
so
bitter
close.
to it, or was they like happy that you did it?
I feel like it was maybe a little bit on the fence, but I feel like they knew my intent, so they was
Got
kind
you.
of like they appreciated it more than anything, especially after listening to it and hearing it. Like, oh yeah, I like that. It ain't like I name dropped or nothing, but in retrospect to that, most of my music is always speaking upon experiences in my life. So um,
Mm.
sometimes things are kind of like story roles, story plot things I seen, or again manifestations. But a lot of this should be what I done been through for real. So like if you listen enough, you could kind of make out. And then sometimes I name drop, like, I got records where I got some records, man. If you listen, if you
Oh,
listen,
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
hear it, you feel me? And it ain't nothing to hide. Like people who listen and hear it, they know what's up. I don't ever do too much slander. I just touch on points and make facts and
Yeah, you
really
just
just
you
good
just
bars,
reflecting
you
on
feel
your
me?
life. And I'm bit of mixed feelings. We talked about it, but I'm kind of glad in a way that this album that I made over the 2 year span didn't come out, because I did a lot of personal talking on that with
Yeah.
people dealing with situations. You feel what I'm saying? I had to get it out. That's, as artists read, that's our therapy. We got to write. We got to get our
Yeah, and
experience.
that's really all it be. Like, cause at the end of the day, it be talent mixed with emotion, man, and that's what give you entertainment. And it's like I'm a rap about my life and everything I absorb. Shout outs to Cub Dollars. He said that bar.
Shout out.
He one of the big artists from my area. I'm a rap about my life and everything I absorb. You feel me? So like when I absorb it, I'm gonna put it out vocally. And I mean, some shit could be offensive if you're gonna take it in an offensive way, but
Yeah,
I never really aim to offend unless I'm really like trying to offend. And like
got
on some street shit, I ain't name dropping nobody in case something was to ever go down between me
yeah.
and another
Yeah,
individual.
yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
so
Especially nowadays, how they wrapping everybody up,
yeah,
man. 15,
yeah.
10 years later, you said this, you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
just the voice. I'm just the narrator. You feel me?
yeah,
Speaking from
exactly.
my
Mm.
story, speaking my experiences, and just hoping people can understand that. You know what I mean? My life, my life growing up alone, I mean, it was rough enough. So that gave me enough topics and things to narrate and rap about. So
Exactly.
that's just pretty much all it is for real. Like everything definitely be about shit that played an emotional effect or a highlighted effect in your life when you write music. You feel me?
Mhm.
It ain't no way around that shit. You feel me? But it's just how you do it. Cause you know, you hear these drill rappers now, these motherfuckers will do something to your ass on Monday and the song be out about that shit by Friday.
Nah,
I'm
it be
like,
Yeah.
out.
God
It be out
damn.
Monday. It be out Monday night.
Or there you go, that too. I've actually seen
Yeah.
that. You
Be out
feel
Monday
me?
night, and
Like,
and two things: they either be dead or in jail by Tuesday morning.
and that's moving with hate. That's like
Yeah,
some hateful stuff. And it's like I
yeah,
could never, and that kind of shit really making me kind of go away from even mentioning certain shit in my music. You feel me? Because it's like that shit it's not worth it. Like I'm here to give a message. I'm here to have
yeah.
something that's gonna stand and last. And you know what I
Do test
mean?
of time. You bringing out. You shooting out energy. Your energy is shooting out to the world. I want to hate to cut it short, man. I wish we could talk here forever. Unfortunately, we got other bills to pay. Where can they find you at on social media?
Man, I'm at Definite Origin. That's Definite_Origin. And you can find all of the music on all of the DSPs there. Definite_Origin, Definite Origin. You type it in, you can see the big bearded nigga. That's me.
All right.
I go by Do. If you type in Definitely Original on YouTube, you'll get the videos. Definite Origin on YouTube, you'll get the audios. So,
And definitely go check out his clothing brand, man. I caught the sweater from him last year around this time. Great
yeah,
quality,
yeah.
man. Good for the
I'm
winter.
gonna see what it's about.
Great
I'm gonna see
quality.
what it's about.
I'm gonna cop a couple shirts from you too, man. When I get right, you feel what I'm saying? I think
That's a bet.
that hoodie in Africa somewhere, man. I left it. Thought I was gonna. I'll get it. I get it. It's in safekeeping. But
Gotcha.
definitely gonna cop some more shirts, man. Go out and get that, man. Clothing line, clothing brand. It's good quality and it's dope as well, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All time, man. All time. That wrap out the that wraps up. Guess how sad I'm your host, Adam Mill. To the right and left, to the right of me is.
On Bizzle, man, you know what's up.
And we was rocking with our guest Do. We appreciate
Stop.
you coming out, man. And hopefully we bring you back on the show for many more things and different topics, man, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, good brothers, man. Shout outs to Adam L. Shout outs to Quan. Shout outs to the podcast. Y'all keep doing your thing. Main
Appreciate you,
Pigs,
man.
we in Main Pigs. We out. Take it easy.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just touched down. White sands, beautiful women, nice food.